Hi there guys, this is DCRS here, and we're doing deck profile today on my Madolche deck. Yep, that's right, Madolches. I did a Dev Pro, YGO Pro deck profile on the deck for Christmas Day, and yeah, here's the real life version of the deck profile. So yeah, this is the pure based Madolche deck. I've made some edits throughout the Christmas time, well, after Christmas and Christmas time. But yeah, I've made some edits, and here's the deck profile. Let's edit it a bit, and yeah, it's a bit different. So please rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And also, if you have any feedback to give to me about this Madolche deck, like edits or something like that. I prefer pure. I can try TG Madolches and stuff like that, but I'm starting off with the pure build first before moving on to TGs because I want to get used to different types of builds and see what one I prefer most. But anyway, here's the deck profile. Starting with the monsters, I run 3. Magileine. Magileine is the rotor of the deck. It searches out your Madolche monsters. Yeah, it pretty much, and all the 4 Madolche monster effects there when they're destroyed by your opponent and sent to your graveyard by opponent's card, either by battle or card effect, they go back in the deck, shuffle and back in the deck. And yeah. 3, Anjelly. Anjelly is your lone fire blossom of the deck. It's really important that you have 3 of these. You wouldn't run any less. It's the most important card of the deck. 3, Hootcake. Hootcake is the, I guess you could say it's like a Madolche version of Coach Soldier Wolfbark. But yeah, you run 3 of this. But for some people run 2 to 3. I prefer 3 because I like to. I don't know. It's good for a 2000 beat stick if you have the field spell on the field, and yeah, it's you need it for a combo based type of deck as well. Combo based plays as well. So yeah, 3 of that. 2, Mewfeuille. Mewfeuille is your main one, normal summoner type of thing, because there's a 2 card combo, or 3 card combo, I guess you could say, with this deck. There's so many combos you can do with this deck with 2 to 3 cards with Mewfeuille, and yeah, with Mewfeuille and Anjelly, and there's another card in here I'm gonna say that I'll explain later, but you run it with that as well, and you can create like a first turn OTK with like spamming the field really hard with all 5 monster slots used. But anyway, I'll explain that in a bit. 2, Messengelato. You don't want this in your hand ever. I've drawn this so many times. It slows down so much. It slows you down so much, and also Messengelato is the one that's when it's special summoned, and if you have a Madolche beast type monster on the field, you can add 1 Madolche spell trap card from your deck to your hand. And this is really useful because, well, it's not really useful in the hand because you can't really use it in the hand. It's like a dead card in a way, but it's a great card if you, if you don't draw it. And last but not least, for the monsters, I run 2 spell strikers. This plus Mewfeuille plus what's it called? Anjelly, Mewfeuille, and Spell Striker creates an OTK. It's a 3 card OTK with this. Basically, if you instead of having Spell Striker, if you have Rota, you can search this card out with Rota, and banish the Rota, special summon this, and you have 2 level 3s. And yeah, you can spam out the field so much with this, even with the level 4 Madolche monster. But yeah, as for the monsters, for the spells, I run 2 Chateaus and 2 Ticket. People contemplate between running 2 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 and 1, or 2 and 2. It depends, but you wouldn't run any more than 2 because you don't really need as much. It's also a dead card if you draw another field spell. But yeah, people contemplate running 2 and 1, 1 and 1, or 2 and 1. I have no idea. 1 and 2. But yeah, I prefer running 2 and 2 because I'm more comfortable with it, and if it gets MST'd, one of my tickets, if my ticket get MST'd, I would pretty much search out another one. So I don't mind it getting MST'd or something like that. But yeah. Anyway, the other spells I run is 3 MSTs. MST is an important card of the deck. People run 3 MSTs nowadays anyway, so you'll run 3 MSTs. 2 Rotors. Rotor because it searches out your spell strikers only. You do not search out your Messengelato with this. You do not want to, because it's a dead card in hand. Unless you got like a Mewfeuille, which I don't know why you're playing with Mewfeuille in the hand. 1 Raigeki and 1 Book of Moon. That's it for the monsters, spells and monsters. And now for the traps. Oops. The camera a bit. Sorry, give me a minute. Now, traps are going to be a bit heavy. Sorry, I took a bit of a drink because my mouth's thirsty. Traps going to be a bit different for everyone, but I run 1 Madolchepalooza, I should say. Madolchepalooza. I don't really use this as much in the competitive way, but it's good to have it, I suppose. I don't really use it much, but I like it. It's okay if you're going for an OTK. 2 breakthrough skills, because wind is a pain in the ass to get through, and 2 is good, I suppose. People run 3. Phoenix Chain as well. People prefer running Phoenix Chain over breakthrough, but I like breakthrough. Because if I get trapped, because if I use Trap Stun, my opponent's monsters are able to use their effects, and this pretty much gets around Trap Stun, and it's, in my opinion, it's much more better than Phoenix Chain. Yes, Phoenix Chain stops your opponent's monster from attacking, but that doesn't really matter until you're going for an OTK anyway. So, and Phoenix Chain will be a dead card on the field by the time you OTK. Well, don't OTK, or if you misplay or something like that. Yeah, it can be a dead card. 3 D Prisons, because D Prison is really good, and it pretty much is a battle trap for anything. So yeah, 2 Trap Stuns, because Trap Stun is really good. I prefer running 2 rather than 3, because Trap Stun is really good, and I don't think 3 is necessary unless you're replacing it with something else. But other than that, I run 2 Trap Stuns and 2 Wiretaps. I can run 1 Wiretap and 3 Trap Stuns if I want to, but I prefer running 2 and 2 because it's more balanced that way, I suppose. Oh, it depends. For the staples, I run 1 Compulsory, Solemn, Bottomless, and Torrential. That's it for traps. I don't know how many traps there is. I think there's 19, I think. Hold on, I can double check. 14 traps, I think. So 14 traps, 11 spells, 15 monsters. Yeah, and onto the extra deck. I run 2 Queen Tiaramisus because it's the main card. No more than 2. It's really good at 2. And you can recycle the other one. 1 Ragnazero, 1 Gagaga Cowboy, 1 Silent Arc, 1 Castel for the level 4s. Rank 4s, I mean. That's it for the rank 4s. For the rank 3s, I run 2 Leviair because you should run 2 Leviair anyway. 2 Leviair is really good in this deck. Run 1 if you want to, but it's preferably placed at 2 because you need it in case one of them gets destroyed and you need another one to get your Anjellies or something like that back. Other level 3s, rank 3s, I run 1 M-X Saber Invoker, 1 number 47 Nightmare Shark for direct attacks, so it's good for direct attacks for all of rank 3s, 1 Zenmaines, 1 Mechquipped Angineer because why not, it's a rank 3 and protects your Madolche Queen Tiaramisus. 1 number 20 Giga Brilliant for boosting attack, 1 Alucard, and 1 Ascalon. So yeah, this is the deck profile for Madolches. Hope you guys enjoy it. Might test out the DG build and stuff like that. It's more of a fun deck rather than a competitive build. Well, it's based off a competitive build, but I'm playing this more for fun rather than competitive. For competitive, I usually just play like Steel Knights, Shadows, or any other type of meta deck. But I don't play Burning Abyss or Cliff Forts. I'm starting to build Cliff Forts slowly, but I'm not really into making it because heroes can 2-turn OTK it. With my deck, I can OTK Cliff Forts in 2 turns. Pretty much. 1 turn, depending on how I do with the second turn. If I ever get a second turn. But yeah. This is a deck profile with Madolches, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.